Afternoon PooTube, hope everyone's good. Now, I gather everyone's enjoying the shit show. I did say a long time ago or whatever that most people, 80% or more, that are in these particular damp corners of YouTube are just interested in drama. That is all they're here for. Problems that everybody will face or whatever, the majority of people just don't seem to care about. Most of them I would just class as trolls, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, go that way. At the end of the day, there's a minority in these damp corners of YouTube which are actually looking to the problems and figuring out how they can bring resolve to the problems. And that's pretty much why I don't bother, you know what I mean? I don't bother with half of these channels. Why everybody's still sub to Velle's dumbass channel, I have no idea. I've not been subbed since he lost his last channel or whatever. Now, the fallout with certain fractions and whatever, you've got the fucking bromance, and it is a fake bromance, but the bromance no less between Ghost and Velle, the fallout of that is pretty funny. I would say interesting, but it's not really, it's just funny. Expected, predicted, yeah, it's just funny to watch the fallout of it. Now, you've had a Duca kissing Ghost ass for fuck knows how long, trying to impress Ghost on a daily basis or whatever, even calling Velle a COON. So, considering Ghost is against racist and racism, it seems to be when it suits, doesn't it, realistically? Look at the people that Ghost has around, Halima, people like that. Just pure racism, pure racism. So, obviously, it's just when it suits, he's against racism. If it's the other way, he doesn't care, obviously. Now, obviously, Esau has been evicted from Ghost panel, channel, whatever. That's only a temporary thing. That's only a temporary thing which will go one way or the other. It will change and go back to having Esau around in one of two ways. Either when Esau Velle make friends, fucking friends of my enemy bullshit or whatever, which, do you know what I mean? It's not, how long did it take Afghan to get his feet back under the table after doxing Velle's family and all that? Velle's literally a person with no morals. He'd rather win an argument with dickheads around him that he can't stand, that have doxed his family and all this shit. He'd rather do that and win an argument on YouTube, or attempt to anyway, rather than have any morals. You know what I mean? To me, if someone's doxed your family and done this, that and the other or whatever, you would have nothing to do with them ever again. But Velle's obviously quite a moralless fucking soul. Now, you've had, because Esau has been evicted from Ghost, you've had Bleeding and Esau chatting shit, talking shit. It's all coming out now, innit? It's all coming out now. Now, they've been doing the chatting shit on a dead little channel. Can't even think of his name. The fake Muslim dude that is forever listening to music which is haram, as anyone knows or whatever, or most people know. The guy that wears the dress and shagged the cat, I can't think of his name, people will know anyway. So you've now got a cat shagger and a dog shagger on the same panel, so maybe that's more suited. I don't know. But either way, he's quite happy to mop up the likes of Esau and Bleeding. Now they've been removed from the so-called Muslim channel. So obviously all Muslims don't stick together, do they? But like I say, Cat Shagger's not really a Muslim anyway, listening to music all the time and all this shit or whatever. I'm pretty sure wearing women's clothes, being a cross-dresser, would be against Islam anyway. So for a multitude of reasons, I suppose he's not really a true Muslim anyway. It's hard to tell, innit, when you've got converts around him that are also big fans of music as well, or whatever. Music's not allowed in Islam, it's haram. You shouldn't have to have people that are not of the Muslim cult faith, call it whatever you want to call it, telling you these things. But there you go, little tip for you, it is actually haram. So Cat Shagger's now brought a video out today. I think I'm blocked on the comments on there or whatever, I'm not too sure. I was a while ago. When we had a little discussion on there or whatever, and it weren't even like jumping on the panel, it was just like a few comments or whatever, and then he got somebody, one of his subs from America on there to try and back him up, and he backed me up, and then he just like deleted the live stream or whatever, and that was a while ago. So yeah, I'm probably still blocked, but the video that Cat Shagger has put out or whatever is, I'd say, the fight in Speaker's Corner with Velle and this young Russian lad or whatever, only a bit of a kid. Velle I don't even know whether to put that video on this video. I don't usually share people's shit, but I may well do, just so anyone that has missed it or whatever gets to see Velle fighting. Velle could not fight his way out of a paper bag. It's proper embarrassing. I mean, I know he goes gym every night. It doesn't matter how big you pump yourself up or whatever. If you can't fight, you just you just cannot fight. And Velle, you cannot fight. Honestly, you cannot. Stop propositioning people. Stop trying to find these old age pensioners and all this shit running about looking for him. I reckon you get slapped up off Brian Hill. I reckon Brian Hill would put you out cold, leave you just out cold on the floor. Too funny. Now Velle has done this little bromance with Ghost and whatever because they need to team up. Fucking hell. How hard is it realistically? How hard is your life when you have to team up with people like Ghost to try and win something against two fucking elderly women? Do you know what I mean? You've got Jupiter and you've got Wendy, and Babs just jumps in now and again to do a fucking yeah, I just agree with everything, yeah, Jupiter, yeah, Wendy. Can't think for herself. Babs is running about at the moment doing a hashtag send Tommy a tin of food. A few problems with that. You can't just have random people sending cans of anything into prison. Does Babs think that you can just like have can openers in your room and have random people sending you cans of food into prison? Them cans could be full of anything. Do you think they just... It's just madness. It is just madness. Now, for me personally, it's just the continuing, endless social experiment, really. That is the only thing that it is actually good for. That is the only thing that it is actually good for, entertainment wise. Fucking me, you prick. Now, as entertainment goes, yeah, it's pretty entertaining when you're looking on that level or whatever. It's just mad to see what people will say and do to win an argument with people they've never met and will never meet. You know what I mean? Half of these cunts literally just hide behind avatars on YouTube and argue with what appears to be just women. I mean, it's just mad, isn't it? It is just mad. It does seem to be just people arguing with elderly women, which is just mad. Absolutely mad. When there is real discussion to be had, people from their own communities, like Candid with Lubna or whatever, and there is real, honest, open discussion to be had, they just want to throw shit from a distance, like monkeys in a zoo, just throwing handfuls of shit, hoping that some of it will stick. None of it stuck. All you did is show people more examples of what I've been pointing out for a long time or whatever. The UK born Muslims and the converts to Islam is literally, or should have been, your best hope of trying to bring some change to Islam, get it to reform somewhat, get it to a level where it can work or whatever. The fact that you've got people like Ghost and all these other idiots chucking shit at the only decent people that do come forward, like Candid with Lubna, kind of tells you all you need to know. Now, if there's no hope to the UK born Muslims and the idiots that join Islam, what will the hope be for the ones that are just floating across here on dinghies illegally? Do you think they're going to be better? Are they going to make the situation better or worse? It's not rocket science, is it, realistically? Now, you've even got dumbasses like Khan or whatever, which are absolutely bollockless. You've had Khan be asked, be told by Esau or whatever on Ghost Panel, oh, Velle, G-Block, none of them cunts, they never stick up for you, blah blah blah. When Velle went there, he went, yeah, I know, it's a bit of shit or whatever. And then when Esau said it again 2 days later on Ghost Panel with Velle in the comment section, all of a sudden it's, they don't need to, I just back them up, blah blah blah. You are a bollockless fat cunt. How the fuck you put yourself out there as a nutritionalist is fucking unreal. You are absolute waste of energy, breath, oxygen, food. Fuck me. You are a shit cunt all round. Now, Khan has played that he's black and then he's Asian, and it just seems to fucking twist and turn around to whatever suits. And that's all a lot of people have done around YouTube. They will swap and change and mix and match as it suits. They stand on nothing. They stand on fuck all. It is proper embarrassing to stand back and just watch it all and you think, none of these cunts stand on anything. Now, a lot of people don't like Wendy and Jupiter for a multitude of reasons, I guess. I myself don't get on with Wendy or Jupiter because of a multitude of reasons or whatever. But on the things that are relevant, yeah, you know, I can agree with certain things, certain standpoints that they've made or whatever. Like 98% of the country and the world or whatever. Do you know what I mean? You should be against grooming gangs, raping children. You should be against terrorism, targeting children, babies, people, families, you name it. Do you know what I mean? That's just a given, realistically. Why people like fucking Ghost and all these other idiots, Velle and whatever, think that you're attacking Team Tommy when you're attacking Wendy and Jupiter, I'll never know. I will never know. I think Jupiter's been to one demo, which was the latest demo or whatever. Did she go there for personal reasons to try and pull a bit of a following from that or whatever? Obviously, that's what Jupiter does. That's what Jupiter does, and it's always done and will always continue to do. Jupiter plays a game. If people can't see it for what it is, then that's their tough luck, I guess. But yeah, it's just mad to watch. It's proper mad to watch. Where were we? So then you've had Esau having a celebratory fucking wank because he managed to get rid of Luke's channel or whatever. It's mad how like people like Esau just think that they can... Wow, that was a bit close, you mad bitch. It's mad how people like Esau think that like, oh, it's the end of the, you know, they've destroyed their life or whatever because you've removed a free YouTube channel. If free, you could make up 10,000 now and it wouldn't cost you a penny. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're having to buy subs and try and make it look like you're popular when you're just not, like a lot of people do. They're free. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure Luke won't give two fucks that he's lost the channel. He's got a backup channel, as most people do, and the numbers will just come back over in a matter of days, maybe a couple of weeks max. What everyone should do, to be fair, when people lose a channel, and you are part of little communities here and there or whatever, is just get the people around that are doing lives and whatever to just give out your new channel, pump it back up to what it was or whatever, and just always do that. Always have a backup channel. Like I said to some people or whatever, get your backup channel up and running, you know what I mean? Get people sub to it while your other channel's still up and running anyway, so they've actually got two routes of access to your content. Simple as that. You do that, and then it's neither here nor there when weird little cunts like Esau and Bleeding do all that they can do and go, oh look, we've removed your channel, we've took your life away, we've done this. All you've done is delete a free channel, you sad bunch of twats. Fuck me. I've lost over 100 channels. It's literally nothing to me when I lose a channel. I couldn't give a shit. If anything, you just wear it as a badge of honour that they couldn't win with words, they couldn't win with actions, so all they could do is have to delete you, have to remove you from YouTube to make themselves feel a little bit better. Now, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Like I said from day one, I don't pick sides, I don't side with anybody or whatever. Not being funny, but look at the calibre of people around the situation or whatever. Why would you want to side with any of these people anyway? I've named the decent people in the mix a long time ago, and it's not changed, has it, along the way? There's a handful of decent people in the mix. And just because they go into different communities and whatever, yeah, you'll attract fucking wrong-uns and wonky cunts that just want to take you down, take your channel down. That's their achievement in life, taking channels down. When these people have like a flashback of fucking their life or whatever, all it's going to be is shit on YouTube, deleting people's channels and whatever. If that's what they're happy with, achieving fuck all in life, other than deleting a few channels and doxing everyone's families and losing people jobs and all that, then, do you know what I mean? It really does say more about them than it does about anybody. These people are sad individuals. This is why I think myself and many other people was a bit pissed off with people like Jupiter giving these cunts airtime, trying to pull them into the Team Tommy fucking situation and all that. Oh, everyone needs an Esau. No, they don't. Only scumbags would want a piece of shit like Esau around any situation. It doesn't matter if the opposite side's doing all this vile shit and trying to make people into paedophiles when they're not, and telling blatant lies and whatever. What you don't do is go, oh well, tell you what, we'll just match the fucking low standards. We'll just fucking, every low blow they do, we'll just return fire with another low blow. That's just insane. You would do that if you wanted to drive every decent person away from anything. That's what you would do. If you don't want to do that, then you wouldn't do that, obviously. Now, I noticed that there's been a lot of distance put between people like Jupiter, Wende and Team Tommy and whatever. I noticed there's quite a lot of distance been put in. Now, that can only be a good thing, do you know what I mean? People like Danny Roscoe and whatever has had to see a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? There's always a point where you go, right, we do this, we do that, and then that's that then. We wipe our feet on the way out and leave these cunts to eat each other. Jupiter does not want to do that. That is her content. She has to do the fucking he said, she said, back and forth bullshit to create content, drama. So this is why I say there's not many people around. It is a minority of the people that actually want to bring resolve and solution. It's all good and well talking about it, but actions speak a lot louder than words. It is that simple. When people have shown you their actions, do you know what I mean? You can only learn from it. Everyone runs at a different speed. We are where we are. For me personally, I spotted this very early on in the game, and when I showed people or spoke about, gave my opinions on things, it was met with quite a lot of resistance from quite a lot of people. I think that's all died off now, to be fair. How many issues have been created or whatever involving the same people, the same shit, the same tactics. Doesn't matter if you defend them on Monday, they'll still attack you on Tuesday or Wednesday when it suits. So you've had Babs flip-flopping from one thing to another, and then back again, to the point where she's now like singing the praises of people like Danny Jones that has like tried to convince all of you that a child can be the monster and the adult rapist is somehow the victim. Do you know what I mean? If you could pick and choose, if you could hand pick the people that you wanted to follow, people like Tommy, it'd be great, but unfortunately you just can't. Same with Velle ideology. I mean, Ghost is forever, oh, you know, we can talk about anything, but can't have discussions about Islam or the Prophet being a paedophile or anything like that. It's not that he can't have it, it's just that he can't defend it. Some things are just undefendable, and Ghost is fully aware that a lot of aspects of Islam are undefendable. You cannot defend something that is so fucked up and wrong. It's not possible. So Ghost's easy option out is, oh, I don't know much about it, so, you know, we can't have discussions about Islam. Think how dumb that statement is. You care more for Islam than you do for your own children and family, but yet you know nothing about it. You don't really know enough about it to have discussions on it. What sort of dumb shit is that? How dumb does Ghost think that people actually are to believe such madness, that something that he cares for more than his own family and children and parents and all that whatever, that he doesn't know that about it? He's not very clued up. There's some weird, dumb fucking statement to come out with, and to keep using it like it's believable to anybody, it's just madness. It's like, how dumb do you think people are? Do you think everybody's inbred and shagging their own cousins and got some super low IQ or something? They're not. People can see right through your shit. Just come out of it and say, oh, you know, I can't defend everything about Islam, whatever. It doesn't look good that Muhammad's wife was fucking 6 years old. Well, 9 years old when he married her. A slave from 6 years old or whatever. It doesn't look good. You can't defend it. It'd be like us building an ideology around Jimmy Savile or whatever, and then every time people start discussing Jimmy Savile or whatever, go, oh, we can't have discussion of Jimmy Savile on here. What? Because you can't defend it? That is as simple as it gets. But the Muslim situation or whatever just seems to be, it's mad. It's like that they actually believe that anybody else is going to believe the bullshit and not question the nonsense or whatever. Now, when you've got people that have been born in the UK and they've converted to Islam, it's just mad, isn't it? I mean, people like Becca, I used to like Becca, I used to like a lot of what Becca come out with. Becca actually shared a video of Candid with Lubna, tagged Ghost, tagged Velle. Velle just avoided it like the plague. I think she put, is this racist? And then tagged Velle and tagged Ghost. Velle just avoided it like the plague because he knew it killed his narrative. And Ghost came out with some shit about, oh, well, she's from a village or whatever, and they look down on people that are not from a village or whatever. It's mad. She was born in the UK, Ghost. Her heritage may well be from a Pakistan village or whatever, but she's born in the UK. She's fully UK Muslim or whatever, and only Muslim by being born into being a Muslim. Like you, Ghost, you was born here, you're British, but yet you come out with shit like you're a low IQ idiot from some shithole in Pakistan or whatever, product of fucking cousin fucking or whatever. That's how it comes across. That's how low IQ you sound when you come out with the dumb shit that you come out with. And your mad obsession, proper mad obsession that's like matching bellies or whatever with elderly women. It is just proper weird. It is proper weird to watch. Like I say, I've had issues with Jupiter, but fucking hell, she doesn't live rent free in my head like she does with you two. I thought it was very egotistical of Jupiter and Jupiter derangement syndrome. I thought your ego's fucking quite large, isn't it, to be coming out with shit like that? But to be fair, and I am fair, do you know what I mean? It's like you couldn't really explain it as anything else other than Jupiter derangement syndrome. These people have got like a weird obsession with elderly women. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You thick fucking cunt. What the fuck are you doing? You stupid twat. Is it day release today? They're all out on fucking day release. So yeah, I think that's about it realistically. I noticed Nix has been exposing this Helen, I don't actually know fucking what she goes by or whatever, but this Helen weirdo or whatever, another freak that's been around Danny Jones for fuck knows how long. It's funny how they all seem to come from the same direction of the left, isn't it? Now the racism that Nix has been pointing out is pretty shocking, to be fair. And then you've got people around the situation that claim they're against racist and racism. Perfectly okay with people like Helen. Very double standards, isn't it, realistically? For me, it is what it is. I can like someone and then I can find something out about someone and think, fucking hell, didn't know he was about that. Didn't know he was like that or whatever. And that's it for me, you know what I mean? I'll go off them real quick and I'll be quite happy to say it openly. It is what it is. For some people, I guess they need the friends, and do you know what I mean? I guess they need the following, the subs, this, that and the other. They don't want to say anything negative about people that may give them a like or a fucking view or whatever. For me, I'm not about that. I couldn't care less. Could not care less. I would much rather not have shit cunts around me. I would rather not be associated to shit cunts. I think people have seen over the years or whatever. I'm quite happy to just write people off, and do you know what I mean? It don't like get reviewed in 6 months or whatever, or oh well, they've agreed with something I've said today, so big up that person. No. But like I say, people are desperate to get them view counts up and build that ego up or whatever to something that they feel fucking happy with, I guess, or whatever. It's mad. It's PooTube. These channels are free. PooTube is actually supposed to be just well, it is to me anyway, it's just a tool to have open, honest discussion with people. To do that, you need to have open and honest people around you. When you've just got shit cunts that'll just blow wherever the wind blows them, from one fucking set of morals to another set of morals to scraping the bottom of fucking many barrels or whatever, it doesn't really count for shit, does it, realistically? It shows everybody that you stand on fuck all. Now, I did say on comments to ghosts or whatever, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago or something, he was going on about Tommy, this, that and the other. But whenever I said anything in comparison with Muhammad or whatever, oh, he didn't like it, didn't want it spoke about, blah blah blah, this, that and the other. And I was just taking the piss, saying, well, if you're gonna attack our prophet Tommy Robinson, then we're going to attack yours or whatever. You know, you can't have it both ways. I was obviously joking. I don't see Tommy as a prophet, but realistically, you know, who's been more of a prophet? Has everything that Tommy said not turned out to be correct, factually correct? A lot of, I'd say 90% of what Tommy's come out with or more has come to fruition. It has done. People are now aware worldwide of the problems which Islam brings. It's one of them, innit? For the Muslims that are listening in or whatever, where's the perfect example of Islam in full swing and Sharia law and its people are happy? Where's the perfect example of this? You wanting to roll it out across the whole world, so where's the perfect example of it? You haven't got one, have you? Sadly. It's just different fractions of different Muslims that can't stand each other and can't agree on fuck all. The smallest fraction of Islam, the Shias or whatever, are the only ones really that you could kind of find some middle ground with civilized communities or whatever. They agree that Islam, that Muhammad would be a paedophile, having a child bride or whatever. You've got some of the people in that community that say no, she weren't 6 and she weren't 9, she was 18. It's like, well, that's not what the literature says, and that's not what grooming gangs are acting on. But you know, if we could run with that narrative, I'm sure we'd be in a better worldly position than we are now. But like I say, that's a minority, and most Muslims from other fractions would much rather attack that fraction. So yeah, there is no perfect example, there is no perfect man, perfect fucking code of conduct to follow, Muhammad. Do you know what I mean? All that would turn people into, considering he says himself that he was made victorious through terrorism, and as we all know, he did have a child bride. She wasn't 18. She was playing with dolls and shit. So yeah, it's just a fallacy, all of it. For the people in that particular cult, they can't see it for what it is, and if they could see it for what it is and they point things out, you'd end up in the same predicament Lubna finds herself in, where the people that do agree with her more or less have to stay silent, or they get attacked, or they'll go the other way and agree with the groomers, the terrorists, the whatever. Do you know what I mean? You've got people around this situation that are literally advocating for sex with children, and even pieces of shit like that Ali Dawah advocating for sexual acts with babies, which has all been exposed in the past. Never seen Ghost do a video saying, Ali Dawah, you're a paedophile, you making it Islam look bad. You've never seen that video title, have you? And you never will. So it is what it is. It is what it is. People are gonna think whatever they want and do whatever they want. For the decent people in the middle, you need to be brave, you need to do whatever, because the world's now awake to what Islam is. The world's now looking to, how do we deal with this problem? We've got this problem spread all over the UK and all over the world. How do we deal with this problem without going down the violent route like the Crusades, etc.? The Crusades was all done as defensive wars because of pretty much what's going on now. If we don't want to go down that route of full-on war, then what we do need to do is have open, honest discussions and go towards the route of bringing resolve and solutions to the problems which we can all identify. If we can't do that, then I think seeing things like the Crusades and whatever will only be a matter of time. I don't think it's if, I think it will be more of a case of when. Now, I don't think anyone wants to see that. I don't think anyone wants to see that or have to partake in that or whatever. Most people just want a decent life and to be able to provide a decent life for their family and their children. But when people are threatening that and being shown that every available opportunity of these cunts that are coming over here illegally, that every opportunity that they get to attack your children, rape your children, drive over your children, stab your children to death, making ricing, following fucking instructions from terrorist fucking war manuals, then I think there's gonna be a form of action which comes from all this if lawful solutions are not put in place. And we have got lawful solutions. That is what pisses me off the most. It's like we just keep going around and around and around, and just all you've got now is people moaning about the problems. You know what I mean? If you're gonna moan about it but not do anything about it, then what's the point? You just like moaning? I don't know. This is why I can't be arsed with many panels and channels at the moment. I think the only ones that are frequent is Dave's channel, Taff's channel. I've been tuning into some of the more educational stuff on Nix's channel and whatever as well. One of them, there's many things to look at, there's many things to consider. And only when you can do that with an open mind can you begin to understand the wider fucking situation or whatever, the bigger picture if you like. So I think I'm going to leave it there. For me, there is solutions, there is resolve to every problem or whatever. We just need to be able to be open, be honest, not be asked about fucking labels that pointless cunts are willing to put on you to stop you talking about it. And together, because it's one of them, we are the majority. The people that are awake to the problems are the majority. You may well have a large section of people which are a little bit too afraid yet to come out, especially after seeing people sent to prison for hurty words on Facebook and YouTube and all this shit or whatever. You can have people that are a little afraid, but as things grow worse and get worse, one of them, and once you're awake, you're awake. You're not going back asleep for any cunt. You're not going back asleep with your family's future in the balance or whatever. It's one of them, innit? At some point, people have to make a stand, and I think there's more people making a stand every day. There's YouTube channels popping up left, right, and centre. What I do find interesting on what may be a controversial video or whatever, I find more interesting most times. Usually when I got a video on that's along them lines or whatever, while I'm watching it, listening to it, I'll read through the comments. There's a lot of people that seem to have been on the left and now have been rudely awoken to the problems, and now they're changing stands, and now they're like seeing Tommy in a different light and whatever. And you're talking a shitload. There's fucking loads and loads and loads of people that used to hate Tommy or not know who Tommy was, and now can see the problems and can, you know what I mean? They're still making comments and saying, well, you know, I can see now the problem, blah blah blah, this, that and the other. I thought Tommy was this, that and the other, but he's actually not. I agree with him. You can see it. We've seen the evidence from it or whatever. And at that point, it's just a matter of it's a waiting game, innit? What's going to come first when it comes to push or shove or whatever. For me, I hope it's lawful solutions. Like I say, I know we haven't. We've got people like Lord Pearson or whatever that's been on the right side of fucking history for quite a while. He's fully backing lawful rebellion with CMW and whatever. Do you know what I mean? These things go from the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top. The amount of people in the middle of it all or whatever that are now seeing things for what they are just grows and grows and grows every day. You've got people leaving Islam every day. Candid with Lubno is doing absolute unbelievable, brilliant work or whatever of having the awkward, open, honest discussions and opening people's minds to critiquing certain things and whatever. And then when they see, everything's got a ripple effect. When the people see the treatment that they get for just addressing certain things and critiquing certain things and even just questioning certain things, when they get the reaction that they get from people like Ghost and people like Jordan M and all these other fucking idiots, you're just literally shunning people from that cult yourself. So you're actually doing the work for us. I know you may not see it as that, and you're too busy slapping each other on the back and telling each other how great you are. Do you know what I mean? The people's champ. What people? What people? Realistically, I'm not being funny, but you're a Muslim channel. Ghost has got a Muslim channel, but yet how many Muslims are actually on there? It just seems to be the same shit people, which nobody else seems to want anything to do with. You go on other Muslim channels and they're not respected or wanted there, are they? So it just seems to be the rejects that nobody else wants. So I don't know. For me, if you're gonna go on a Muslim channel or whatever, Candid with Lubna is that channel that you would want to be on, where there is decent people. Don't get me wrong, there is some idiots on there, but do you know what I mean? They're getting exposed on a daily basis and they're exposing themselves. At that point in time, it's all downhill, and it's easy. There's no strain to it. These people are happy to expose themselves live in front of other Muslims. That is literally doing all the work for us. And the decent people to come from it or whatever, that's a decent foundation to work from or whatever. There's not all of anybody do anything in any cult, any fucking religion, any group of people. All of anybody don't do anything. You're always going to have a mixed match of different people, different personalities, different wants and needs and whatever. We are where we are. All it comes down to is separating, filtering decent people from shit cunts. And I've said that from day one. Doesn't matter what community you're in, doesn't matter what it is. separating the decent people and identifying the decent people from the shit cunts has always been essential. All I've done along the way is give them opportunity. It doesn't matter what people have said about them in the past or whatever. Give them that opportunity to prove what they are about, and they always do, regardless one way or the other. Your false morals and your fake bullshit or whatever, it soon gets seen through by the masses, and people then can see what you are, what you're about, and it's very obvious to everybody why these people wish to remain faceless and nameless. So yeah, hope everyone's good, hope everyone's well. I haven't done many videos because there doesn't seem much point. Do you know what I mean? When people are doing the work for you and showing everyone what shit cunts they are, what's the point? I don't really need to, do I? Right, enjoy, look after each other, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one, whenever that may be.